sun is just starting to climb up over the treetops. And it's gonna be a beautiful day, that's plain to see.
Welcome to Bill Dance Outdoors, America's most popular and longest-running TV fishing show.
Now I've gone fishing with Bill Dance today.
Among the most popular shows that we do here on Bill Dance Outdoors is the periodic question and answer episodes that feature Bill answering some of the best questions he receives from viewers as he fishes along. In this week's show that Bill titled, Dadgum, That's a Good 'Un, he'll offer his insights on such questions as, do bass go deeper in clear water lakes? What's the best way to catch finicky bass? Are there certain times or conditions that make fishing riprap more productive? And when do you find steep banks and bluffs most productive? Let's watch and learn.
All right, get around that trolling more. Woo! I'll bring you on around this way. Can handle you a little bit better, baby. Get out of that seat. Easy does it. There we go. That old spoon out of there. Got a pretty fat little feeding up on shad, hadn't you? Yes, you have. And there he goes. Okay. You know, as our announcer said, we're devoting our show today to answering some of the questions we get each week. Okay? Our first one is from a Nebraska angler who asked two questions. Bill, what is the deepest you ever caught a bass? And also, why do bass go deep in clear water lakes? Well, the deepest I ever caught a bass was 65 feet. And the reason bass go deep is because their natural inclination is to rely on their deep water sanctuary. Now, there are several environmental factors, such as temperature, light penetration, water clarity, and the presence of bait fish that combines to form a comfort zone which bass find mighty attractive. I might add that, in terms of catchability, deep water bass are much more dependable than shallow water bass simply because shallow fish respond more dramatically to daily weather changes. Got a letter from a fisherman who fishes Highland Lakes in northern Arkansas and southern Missouri. He asked, when do you find steep banks and bluffs to be most productive? I'd say usually during the late fall and the winter, especially in a clear water environment. Now this is the time of the year they prefer vertical structure, mainly because their metabolic rate has decreased and they can move from deep to shallow water in the shortest possible distance while conserving valuable energy. As I said, clear water is an important ingredient in how strong this pattern might be. As conditions change, weather, feed, light, water clarity, or whatever, they can go up or down, whereas on most other type of structure, they may move horizontally 100 yards or so to find suitable conditions. Where are you going? Come on around over here where I can get to you a little bit easier. Easy now. Boy, you got it good too, didn't you? Another nice one. Yes, he is. See you, boy.
Bill Dance Outdoors is sponsored in part by Rebel, Catch Fish Anywhere. Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. And Mercury Marine, #1 on the water.
We are the wanderers. We are the ones who go out amongst the trees to get back to our roots. The ones with rivers flowing in our veins and an internal compass that always points toward the great outdoors. It's all within reach. Ascend. Gear for the adventure in you. Available at Bass Pro Shops and other fine retailers.
Radical unibody construction. Precision machined to the tightest of tolerances. The new Quantum throttle with real engine design blows the doors off any reel in its class.
With Rebel.
Today's Conditions Log is brought to you by the Tennessee Department of Tourist Development. Come experience the kind of beauty that can only be made in Tennessee. Go online today for your free Tennessee vacation guide.
Got one suspended, another fish up there about 8 feet. Some kind. Come on up. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? That old cold water is not too. Oh, there you are. Go up here, baby. Got you hooked in both. Oh, easy now. Pretty fat little old feeding on shad, hadn't you? There we go. Now here's a question from a fella in Indiana who asked, I realize this has nothing to do with bass fishing, but I'm just curious. What's the biggest fish ever caught on a rod and reel? Well, according to the IGFA, International Game Fish Association, the biggest fish ever caught on a rod and reel, was a lot bigger than this rod and reel, was a great white shark that weighed 2,664 pounds. And it was caught near Sardinia, South Australia, back in 1959. Oh boy, it's right there, hold it. Whoa. Oh, a nice one. Okay, we got, come on around the trolling motor. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, you are. A pretty fish. Look at him. Ooh-wee. That spoon got you right in the corner of the mouth, old boy. Got you. And a big, fat, chunky fish. Oh. Yes, you are a pretty thing. Okay. Say bye-bye. Moving along, I received a letter from an angler in East Tennessee who asked, what's the best way to catch finicky bass? With the popularity of bass fishing being at an all-time high, bass in many bodies of water have had so much pressure put on them, they're more finicky than ever. So, bass that are spooky and non-aggressive will often bite the tiniest thing that looks very, very natural. So using small micro lures and lightweight lines definitely can increase your odds tremendously. Now this technique of angling is called finesse fishing. It involves using a 6 to 6.5 fast tip spinning rod with a wide spool reel. This outfit allows you to cast smaller lures with better control, and it lets you feel what the lure is doing as you work it along. The fast tip action rod gives you plenty of backbone so you can fight and land just about any size bass you get a hold of. Now, another advantage to finesse fishing is that you can fish behind other fishermen along the shoreline or even open water areas and often catch bass that they miss. Why? Simply because your presentation is so much more natural. So casting the little stuff can produce big numbers of fish right behind someone fishing bigger lures.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Quantum Rods and Reels, fishing at a quantum level. Mystic Lubricants, lubrication domination. And Tracker Boats, fish the finest. Today's equipment log is brought to you by Motor Guide. Precise control, quiet operation, and unmatched reliability. Motor Guide trolling motors are engineered for anglers.
Tracker Boats, America's #1 selling fishing boats, recognized for high customer satisfaction ratings from its owners, brings you the Tracker Promise, the best factory warranty in aluminum boats, a bow to stern warranty for 5 years, plus a limited lifetime structural and deck warranty. And there's more, because at the end of the day, it's not just a boat, it's a tracker.
Mercury engine test.
Fuel efficiency you can rely on. It's good to have Mercury behind you.
Mercury engine test.
Smooth, quiet power you can rely on. It's good to have Mercury behind you.
We are the wanderers. We are the ones who go out amongst the trees to get back to our roots. The ones with rivers flowing in our veins and an internal compass that always points toward the great outdoors. It's all within reach. Ascend. Gear for the adventure in you. Available at Bass Pro Shops and other fine retailers.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Gamakatsu, world's finest hooks. Grand Slam Mono and Braid, big fish tough for when the money's on the line. And by Garmin, fight your fish, not your fish finder.
Let me show you the lure that we're using today. It's one of Bass Pro Shops' half-ounce strata spoons that has a remarkable fluttering action, whether you cast, troll, or vertical jig it. The spoon is perfectly balanced and is electroplated with a triple chrome finish for tremendous flash. And it comes in 2 other sizes, a 1/4 ounce and a 3/4 ounce. On the line tie, you can use a loop knot, a snap, or you can add an O-ring. Let me tell you something I think is important. Anytime you're fishing a clear cold water lake and you've got bass hugging the bottom and depths of 15 feet or deeper, the technique that we're using here today is a mighty hard technique to beat. It's a good fish in that cover. There he's out. Oh, boy. Come on uphill. He was hung all up in that cover. Come on back. There we go. Yes, sir. Had to get off that, swim free of that, didn't you? Need to eat you some shad. You know, jigging spoons are one of the best type lures that I know of, where an angler can position precisely over the strike zone and keep the lure there for as long as he wants. It's for sure one of the most precise techniques in the sport of bass fishing, and without a doubt, one of the most productive. I mean, you can just sit right there as long as the wind doesn't blow you off, and just, if you want to, you can take a marker buoy and just throw it out for a reference point, and it can keep you exactly over that spot. But that graph right there is a valuable, valuable aid. It can keep you on it, and with your transducer on your trolling motor, the wind, if there is wind, if it blows you off, just pull right back up to it. Keep that transducer mounted right on the bottom of your trolling motor and make a big, big difference. It keeps you directly on top of your fish. Okay, let me tell you something else. During the mid-fall to winter, bass become very shad oriented, like I said earlier, and the shad are driven into the deeper regions of the lake as a result of falling water temperatures. Also, the shad population experience drastic die-offs in the winter, especially when the water temperature, let's say, gets down below in the 40-degree range, down in around 42, 41, or especially lower in many areas of the country. But the bass, they anticipate this, and they literally gorge themselves on the shad that are dying and fluttering down, and a jigging spoon imitates this. There's no question about it. Deepwater jigging spoons are not worth a nickel unless they're coupled with a good graph and the ability of the angler to use it effectively. In order to catch deep bass, you naturally must first find the fish. You must also learn to identify and locate structure with your graph and then use it to find fish holding structure. Oh, I forgot to tell you, another important consideration when spoon fishing is your line size. Heavier lines, what they do, they affect the action of the lure as it falls. Now, a good choice is anything from, let's say, 10-pound test up to about 15-pound test. Like today, we're using Grand Slam Select. It's a fluorescent line. You can see it real, real well. It's very sensitive, and you feel real well with it. It's got good abrasion resistance and tremendous knot strength. The Bill Dance Question and Answer of the Week is brought to you by Mystic Lubricants and their complete line of JT4 marine products. A full line of products for your full line of pursuits. Visit mysticlube.com today. Why are lower ratio reels best for deep water cranking? It's best for this type of fishing, and here's why. Lower gear ratio means slower retrieve speeds and more power. It maximizes depth and lure performance, and slower retrieve speeds cause the lure to achieve greater depth by allowing the bait to work vertically and provides a more deliberate natural bait action as it digs the bottom and bump structure and keeps the bait in the strike zone longer.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Orca Coolers, the all-American everywhere product, and Motor Guide, trolling motors engineered for anglers. Closed captioning is provided by Bill Dance Digital. Follow us.
We are the wanderers. We are the ones who go out amongst the trees to get back to our roots. The ones with rivers flowing in our veins and an internal compass that always points toward the great outdoors. It's all within reach. Ascend. Gear for the adventure in you. Available at Bass Pro Shops and other fine retailers.
People around here learn at an early age the value of good work ethic and a hard-earned dollar. His grandpa told him, buy once, buy right, buy American made. You get what you pay for. We couldn't agree more. After all, he stands for American values. Why shouldn't his cooler? Orca Coolers. American labor, American components, made in the USA.
Let's get down to business. Quiet, you sons of fishes. Now, what?
I'm switching sonar.
Why?
Because now I can see fish swimming live in front of my boat. I even see fish attack my lure. Y'all's sonar is just history. I'm out.
I'm with him.
Today's product tip is brought to you by Garmin's new Echo Map series of chart plotter sonar combos. These awesome push-button units provide the clearest scanning sonar images on the water.
You know, there's a lot to these tracker boats, like the one I'm using nowadays, which comes equipped with a Mercury 4-stroke motors. And there's good reason for this. One, they're really easy to maintain. Two, fishermen like me love them a lot because they're ideal for getting us into some tight places we like to fish. And three, there's a lot less drag as we cut through the water, which means better fuel economy.
If you're looking for the latest fishing information and tips, be sure to check out the free Bill Dance mobile app, available for both iOS and Android users.
A lot of times you're out in a clean open area, a clean flat, without a lot of cover. You cast out and work it back, just yo-yo it back to the boat. But if you're in a covered area or directly over the fish, it's best to vertical fish it. With all the problems with ethanol, is there a product that eliminates all the messy mixes? Yep, Mystic has one. It's called All-in-One, and it does it all. And it doesn't void your warranty. We're going, where are you going, my boy? You're going crazy. Oh, look at here. Come on around the boat. Another one of those pretty fat ones. Get him out there diving. I see you up under there. See you up under there. All right, coming down there to get you. Say off for me. You pretty. Get hook out of there. There we go. Bye-bye. Bill, are there certain times or conditions that make some riprap areas more productive? Where should I concentrate my efforts? You know, fishing riprap can be very rewarding, but the key is to fish irregular features along it. Ripraps may look the same above the surface, but it's what's beneath the surface that really counts. What you want to do is search for old submerged logs that have drifted up and sunk. You want to look for underwater points, rock slides, terrain changes, rock piles, ditches or channels that swing in close to the riprap banks. And a good graph unit will help you find these high percentage areas where you're sure to have your best success, especially for concentrations of fish. A stretch of riprap can be productive nearly year-round in areas with conditions like Florida, but early in the year. February through April is usually best. Fishing is good then because warmer water causes algae to bloom. As algae grows, bait fish are attracted to this food source. When you find bait fish, naturally, bass won't be far away. There's one of them. Come on, boy. And there it comes back around the boat. A big old fish. Cold. Come here, you old cold-natured thing. What's wrong with that fish? Easy, baby. Come here. Easy. little Bass Pro spoon. Thought that was a little minnow, didn't you? A pretty fish.
Well, to be sure, Bill always has a sack full of more good uns, as he calls our viewer questions, waiting their turn for answers. But as usual, there's never enough time to get more than just a few of them into just one episode. We hope the ones he's covered today will make your fishing better, and we promise that soon he'll reach in the old mail sack again and answer a few more good ones in another show. Thanks much for fishing along with us today, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching Bill Dance Outdoors. Please join us right here again next week.
Now I've gone fishing with Bill Dance today.